On March 3rd, 2017, the Nintendo Switch hit store shelves and became the legend we know it is today. Its popularity rivaled Tickle Me Elmo levels of hysteria, and even though it was available early in the year, that hysteria would continue for years to come. It's a great system, even 7 years later. Can you believe it? The Nintendo Switch is 7 years old now. The console is old enough to know how to read and write, tie its shoes, and be called out as old by console standards. And in those 7 years, I've accumulated quite the console library. Over 100, actually. I try not to think of all the money I've spent on it. The debt collectors remind me. I've been collecting Nintendo Switch games since I got a Switch in 2018. I may have been late to the party, but I've made up for the late start and accumulated quite the respectable inventory. Whether buying them at release, getting them as gifts, getting them at a local shop, finding them on the ground. Okay, not bad. It's kind of become a hobby of mine just to collect them. Does this lead to a backlog of games that I need to play but never do? Yup.
Why are you like this?
So for the Nintendo Switch being closer to a decade than not, why not go through my entire Switch collection, go through all my Switch games, and appreciate all of them? I know it's somewhat of a trend, so why not? Here is my Nintendo Switch game collection. And we're gonna talk about physical collection. Because if we include digital as well, no. Yeah, we don't have time for that.
And this is my Nintendo Switch collection. You can see it right here in the background. I've gained, it's not much. I've gained quite a bit of my collection right here. And it's all displayed alphabetically in an organized fashion. Well, time to destroy it.
Oh dear. Okay. Ugh. So many games. Oh, what? Oh, this isn't even all of them. This pile isn't as big. All right, one shelf down. Ugh. Already games. Why do I have so many games? All right, so at this point, I'm gonna go through my entire Switch collection, starting from alphabetical order, but I can't talk about my Nintendo Switch collection without the Nintendo Switch. I have an OLED. So I got the launched one back in about 2018, sometime when Smash Bros. Ultimate was about to come out. And that one I gave to one of my nephews, and he's having a good time with it from what I could tell. I wanted to get a Switch OLED, and I decided to get the Splatoon one, mostly because of, well, the Joy-Cons. Thought these Joy-Cons looked really pretty, and I love Splatoon, so I couldn't say no to that. You technically don't need an OLED, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I'm usually a dock player myself personally, because I gotta record footage, but whenever I do play undocked, I play in my bed, and it looks good when I do. I got a few accessories. I guess I could show them off here, too. The Nintendo 64 Switch controller I got specifically so I could play Nintendo 64 games. I got a Pro controller, the Tears of the Kingdom one. I also have a regular one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I don't really own too much other accessories other than that, at least not that I can remember. If I remember them, I'll let you know. So, with that, let's begin with the games. The first game I have is a game that starts with a number that every Switch owner has. 13 Sentinels. Yeah, gotcha, didn't I? Yeah, no, I picked this up when it was on sale at GameStop. I heard a good few things about it. Still haven't played it yet, but the art looks good and it looks pretty fun. I wanted to play it, but I never got a chance to, so... Also, if there's any games in the collection that you'd like to see me make a video about, please let me know in the comments below. I want to know what games you want me to play. After all, you guys are the ones watching me. And be sure to like the video, too. Next up is Advance Wars Reboot Camp. I made a video about this one. It's really, really fun. I really like the, tactical mechanics of it. It's not my favorite tactical game on here, but it's a lot of fun. I love how cartoony it is. I love how colorful it is. I love how everyone looks like little plastic toys, and the army men, you fight them in the toy. It looks like a bunch of toys fighting. And I don't think this game got quite all the love it deserved. It got kind of rushed out in 2023, but it's still a really good game, and especially if you're into tactical strategy games, I'd say give it a shot. Next up here is the Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 on Nintendo Switch. Again, I found this on sale on Amazon. I always watched the nerd back in the day. I watched his videos like years ago before I even did content creation, so part of me felt it would be right to add it to my collection. Other than that, not really sure what to say. Another Code, Recollection. We literally just made a video about this. You should check it out. It's a great game, great mystery, great puzzles. The voice acting needs some work, but other than that, it's not too bad. I just feel this game is a little bit under budget. I still really like it a lot, though, and it's an underrated gem this year. You should check it out if you haven't. Astral Chain. I noticed physical copies of this game kind of just were starting to phase out a bit, so I found it at a retro game store, and I took my chance. I heard really great things about this game. I still haven't played it yet. I really, really want to, though. It's made by Platinum Games, right? I'm pretty sure. I really love how actiony it looks. It just looks like a bunch of fun, and people have been telling me to get it. So I'll play it one day, I'm sure. Oh no, Astral Chain! Astroneer, another great game that a lot of people have. I haven't even opened this one. Whoops. But I heard really good things about the game. I don't know how the Switch version handles itself, but it's still a really fun game where you're an astronaut doing astronaut things. I don't know. I know people said it was a good game, so I picked it up. Balan Wonderland. Oh, this is a stinker I need to cover one day. Oh, I literally got this. It's still unopened. It's one of the games I want to make a video of in the future because of how bad it is. Similar to Rise of Kong and Detective Pikachu Returns. I hear how awful it is, and it is awful. Let me know if you want me to take a look at it. Bye, Balan Wonderland! Or Wonderworld, whatever the hell. Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3. They're all here. Why did I buy these games and not play them? Well, I bought them near the end of 2022 because I thought 2023 was going to be a lighter year for games. Boy, was I wrong. And I figured, hey, maybe this is the year I decide to try the Bayonetta trilogy. Now, with 2024 being a little low, I probably could play them all this time. I think I actually might. They all seem very actiony, very fun. Never really grew up with Bayonetta. I only know about her from Smash Bros. And people saying how cool she is. But hey, I love to give the trilogy a shot. Why not? Bug Snacks. I tried this game on Epic when I got it for free, I think, and it seemed like a cute game. A little creepy at points, but very cute. So when I saw there was a physical and fan gamer, I thought, hey, why not add it to the collection? Bloodstain, Ritual of the Night. Oh, I backed the Kickstarter for this baby years ago. Why? Because I wanted to back a Kickstarter game, and it looked cool. I did get the Switch version, and I played it in all its buggy glory. I actually made a video about it years ago, too. It's a bit old and kind of out of touch, but hey, you might want to check that out, too. I need to replay it again. I hope it plays a bit better. As of now, I heard it does. I also got this cool, exclusive Kickstarter cover, so that's nice, because if you open it, this pops out, too. But I like putting it in this. Cadence of Hyrule. This little indie collaboration between the Crypt of the Necrodancer and Zelda seems like a fun idea, and I wanted to get it. I got it used at GameStop because I could, and here it is. Seems like a cool rhythm game that features the wonderful world of Hyrule, so I wanted to try it. I never did. I watched someone play it, and it looks fun, though. Cooking Mama Cookstar. I bought this for a video. Yep, I made a video about Switch games involving food, and I wanted to end it off with this. Because it's only a physical game. You can't get this digitally anymore. It was taken off the eShop. There were rumors of it crypto mining your Switch. It did not do that. That was proven fake. But it's not really a good game either. It's very underbaked. Get it? It's very underdeveloped and just not a good game. Not a good game. Curse to Golf. I heard this was a cool indie game about golfing, but I never got the chance to play it myself. This is a limited run copy. I've gotten a few games from limited run. Not my favorite place to get physical games, but they have quite a few games that I can get physically. The only thing I don't like about limited run is that it takes forever for them to get your stuff. I still have stuff that I ordered like months ago that still hasn't arrived. But hey, it'll arrive eventually. I trust them. This seems like a fun indie game, though. I always love supporting indie developers any way I can, and happy to buy physicals of their games. Dead Cells. I heard this game was phenomenal. I really heard great things about this game, so I had to get it for the collection myself. Unfortunately, it kind of wound up in my backlog of games that I need to play, but it seems like a really fun one. It seems like a great indie game. Well, I really want to give it a shot, and when I do, it's on my shelf ready for it. Or in this case, in my bed. Deer Simulator. I'll be honest, I found this game on Amazon and it just looked ridiculous, so I decided to buy it. No other reason than that. This is for a rainy day when I need to make a video about a stupid game. And that's all it is. Ugh. Ugh. You all know how much I hate this one. I went to great detail in a video of why I hate this one. Don't buy this game. I don't like it in my collection even. Just don't. It's not worth it. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I played the original, like, I don't even remember, like, years ago. Right when it first came out, I played it with my friends Wash and Claire showing it to me. And even though it scared the daylights out of me, I loved it ever since. So, as soon as I found out there was not only a Plus version, but a physical Switch version, I pre-ordered it day one and got it. I even streamed it around Halloween, because it seemed like a fun idea. And you know what? It was fun. I still need to experience the bonus stories, but trust me, I will. I'm happy to have it in my collection. Also, look at Monica. Look at Monica. She looks amazing. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This is a cool game. I heard many great things about this Donkey Kong game on the Switch, and it was on the Wii U, mind you. I think I owned the Wii U version at one point digitally, but I decided to get this physically when it was on sale. I think it was on sale for Mario Day, so I just picked it up. It's Donkey Kong. There needs to be more Donkey Kong games. This was the last Donkey Kong game in 10 years? There still hasn't been one? Make a new Donkey Kong game, please. Enter and exit the Gungeon. Again, this is a game I picked up at GameStop. I was like, I have the cash. Let me see if I can add a game to my collection. Heard great things about these indie games. This seems like a fun little roguelike, I think. Published by Devolver Digital. I love these guys. I watched a few people play it, but never had a chance to play it myself. Let me know if I should. I would try it. Skyrim. I remember this was a big deal when it launched on the Nintendo Switch, and it's Skyrim. Still haven't played it yet. There's a lot of Switch games I haven't played, but hey, I heard this runs pretty decently on it, and you can't say that a lot about some Bethesda games. One day I want to just start this game again and hear those fantastic words. Ah, you're finally awake. And then I'll turn the game off and not play it for 10 years. Why did I buy Everybody 1-2 Switch? No, seriously, why did I buy this, me? I don't even own the original 1-2 Switch, but Everybody 1-2 Switch? I think this is one of those times I wanted to make a video about it, but I just never did. I feel if I do make a video about this game, I have to make a video about 1-2 Switch as well, which I still don't own yet. One of these days I'll make a video about you, but not today. Fae Farm, a cute little cozy Stardew-like game that's really adorable. Think of it as like Stardew, where you grow your own crops, talk to villagers, go into dungeons, but also there's some magic thrown in too. I honestly didn't get too far with this game, but I heard a lot of people really like it, so I kind of want to give it a shot again. Maybe I will. Fashion Dreamer. This was kind of a disappointment for me, honestly. I was expecting to really dress in some fun outfits, but if you're a guy, your clothing is really limited. Seriously, if you're masculine presenting in this game, they got nothing for you to wear. And I got bored of this game really quickly. Sure, I could have played a female character. I've done it before in other games, but I don't know. I wanted to dress up in some cool outfits. If this game was gender neutral, it would have been perfect. But it's a waste of an opportunity. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I honestly bought it because of Final Fantasy 6, but honestly having the rest of them on there is a really cool thing. I got the physical one through PlayAsia, imported through Japan because I wanted to. This is a game I really want physically because I really want to try all these games on my own. Final Fantasy is a milestone in SNES gaming. Final Fantasy VI is one of my favorite games of all time. I gotta have a physical version of this on the Switch. Final Fantasy X and X-2 found us on sale in a gaming store in Kentucky. Secret Castle Games, I think it's called. I ordered it online and had it delivered here. I want to play more Final Fantasy games, and I heard really great things about 10 and 10-2. But honestly, all I know about it is the Tidus laugh. But I know some people really adore this game, so I want to give it a shot. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This game is really good. One of my favorite Fire Emblem. Probably my favorite Fire Emblem. I've only played like 2 Fire Emblems. I love how you can play as the different houses. I love all the characters in your house or the characters you can recruit to your house. The combat is a lot of fun. There's a lot of good things going for it. It has the classic Fire Emblem combat with some Persona-like elements. I really, really enjoy it. It's my favorite. Fire Emblem Warriors, 3 Hopes. I'm not gonna lie, I got this game on sale for about $20. You can get it for pretty cheap if you want. But also, a lot of people really like this. It is kind of a equal spin-off of 3 Houses, so I figured I would like this and play it eventually. Fire Emblem Engage. I wanted to like this more than I did. And to be fair, the combat is a lot of fun. It's really, really advanced. I love all the things you could do with the rings. I love all the party members you have. It's just I feel the story is very bare bones and kind of campy, which is fine. It still works. It's just I can't stop comparing it to 3 Houses, and I know that's my problem. I know they're separate games. I know I shouldn't compare them. I want to like this game, but I just didn't really get into it. I know people who love it, though. Garden Story. This game's really cute. I got the Steam version gifted to me. It's a little wholesome game where you play as a grape in like this little valley and have to go in dungeons, and you also have to help other like fruits and frogs out. It's a really cute game, so as soon as I knew there was a physical for it, I decided to get it. Ghost Parade. Honestly, I don't know what this is. This game was gifted to me. Someone actually gave it to me as a Throne wishlist gift, so I really thank you for that. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. It looks interesting. The cover's cool. It's got some weird monsters on it. I would give it a shot. I want to play it. I don't know if I'd stream it, but I'd play it. Good Pizza, Great Pizza. Found this game also in limited run. Seemed like a cool game. I love me pizza. It's a game where you make some pizza. Not really much to say about it other than pizza. Harvestella, an alternative to Rune Factory, and it's pretty good. I remember getting pretty sucked into it the time I played it. I just kind of came and went when it came out. It seemed like a very cool Harvest Moon farm sim game where you maintain your crops, but also go through dungeons, and there's a story to it. I feel like I kind of want to give this game another shot. And you should too. You know who you are. Hollow Knight. I heard really good things about Hollow Knight. I picked this up on sale because I knew I wanted a physical version of it, and I heard so many good things, but I never had a chance to play it myself. I haven't even opened it yet. I will play the game whenever Silk Song gets announced, I'm sure. Ooh, a cool looking one. Ib. I got this one through PlayAsia as well, mostly because I heard this game was very interesting and very strange, so I wanted to get the physical version of it. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's unopened completely, but the game is fascinating and apparently horror themed, so I kind of want to try it, even though it'll scare the pants off of me. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Oh, this game rocks. I remember I played this right at release, and I loved every second of it. It's such a great 3D Kirby game. There's so much great level design, great power-ups, great music. I really, really need to make a video talking about this. And I will, because I love this game very, very much. Probably one of my top 20 Switch games of all time. Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I didn't get a chance to play this one. It kind of just came and went. I got it eventually when it was on sale near the end of the year last year. I'll get to it eventually after I replay Forgotten Land. Klonoa. I was watching my friend Claire Fluffle play this one, and she seemed to really like it a lot. So I figured, hey, I found it at a game store, might as well give it a shot. I don't really know the series other than that. Still pretty cool. Koa, the 5 Pirates of Mana. I backed this game on Kickstarter along with their other game, Mika and the Witch's Mountain, which hopefully I'll get a chance to play in the future. But it looks like a fun little cute platformer that I would really enjoy. Not really much to say other than that, I just really need to give it a shot. Later Alligator. I picked this up on Fangamer as well because look at it. Look at the design of this game. I haven't played this myself, but I've watched my friends play. It's a very witty game with a lot of funny dialogue, lots of cool animated alligators. It's definitely a game you should check out if you like witty games that, like, make you laugh. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. For many, this was the start of their Switch journey. I played this in 2020, but still, I really enjoyed this game quite a lot. It's a great adventure game where you go through Hyrule, explore to your heart's content, do side quests, free the divine beasts, cook, lots of cooking. Also, Lionels, definitely have to deal with Lionels. A lot of people really like this game. It won Game of the Year 2017 for a reason. It's such a good Switch game. I love it dearly. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is adorable. I made a video about this years ago too, but it's kind of old. Check it out if you want. But this game is absolutely so cute. I love the toy design. I love the gameplay. It's classic Link's Awakening as always. But for me, the aesthetic is what really charms my heart. It's a great remake and a great way to try the series. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I really like this one, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of burned out on it, so I haven't beaten it yet. I played a decent amount, don't get me wrong, and I enjoyed every minute I did. It's just one of those games you're probably gonna want to take a break from, especially with last year being so loaded with games. Still great, still has some great mechanics with the Ultra Hand and the weapon fusing. Still has some great dungeons. The story is both good and not so good, for reasons I won't get into. Again, I haven't even beaten it yet, so there's probably stuff I missed too, but I want to get back to it eventually. Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection. I really want to get into this series. I got this physical copy because you could only get it on the Square Enix website, and I really wanted to give it a shot, but it just slipped through my radar. But one of these days, I really want to try both of these games. And along with the next one, Life is Strange True Colors. I heard this game's really good too. I don't know which one is better, and I probably should do them in order. What do you guys think? But I definitely want to give this series more of a shot. The only game from the devs, I think it's from the devs, that I played was Tell Me Why, and that's not even on Switch. I'll give these games a shot. Live Alive. I want to play Live Alive. This game looks so good. I love the pixelated artwork. Apparently this game wasn't available in America for the longest time. It was an SNES game that never got released in the States, but it finally got released through this remake. So I really want to give it a shot. I heard magnificent things about it. Luigi's Mansion 3. This game is so good. I love the gameplay. I love the feeling of sucking up goats. I love the feeling of sucking up ghosts. I love the music. I love the atmosphere. I love how the Game Boo horror is a Virtual Boy. There's so much charm and greatness to the Luigi's Mansion 3 that I need to replay this game, especially with 2 coming out. I need to replay this game. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I have Kingdom Battle, just not physically, but maybe I'll get that if I can find a good deal for it. Honestly, I found this on sale. That's why I got it. I heard good things about it. I heard it's not as good as the first one, but I don't know. I kind of want to play the first one before I play this, though. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Oh, this game came out recently, did it? I should probably make a video about this. Maybe I will. Yeah, a video's coming about this real soon, so I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's a remake of a classic GBA game, and it's pretty interesting and pretty fun. You want more detail than that? Wait a week or two. Master Detective Archives, Rain Code. I think this is made by the same crew who made Danganronpa, Dugan. Did I pronounce it right? I don't know. I heard the physicals were pretty hard to get with this game, so that's why I kind of panic bought it, but still now I see this game go up on sale and for a lot cheaper than what I paid for it. Do I still want to give this game a shot? Yeah, I want to try it out. It looks pretty nice, but it's not that high on my list, if I'm being honest. But hey, maybe you guys could get me to play it. Metal Dogs. A game where you play as dogs with machine guns. I found this game. I found out there was a physical in Japan. I had to get it to see for myself how wacky it was. I'll make a video about you soon. Metroid Dread. I need to play this. I hear so many good things. I hear a lot of people say this was their game of the year for 2021, but I just haven't had time to play it yet. I really, really want to, though. This game seems magnificent, and it seems like such a great Metroidvania that I would really like. And I'm still new to the Metroid series, so I imagine this would be still a good first game to try. So it's high on my list. It'll get there eventually. Going through these games really makes me realize how much games I haven't played yet. Oh well. Speaking of Metroid, Metroid Prime. I have played this one. I've beaten this one, actually. I got it when it came out. I waited to get the physical, and it was well worth the wait. It's a great 3D Metroid. It's a lot of fun. It took me a little bit to get used to the first-person perspective. I'm not used to first-person games as much, but it's really well done. Some things about it haven't aged well. I kind of wish there were more checkpoints, and I kind of wish autosave was more of a thing. And also the map is a little bit weird and kind of hard to follow, but other than that, progressing through the area, the story, the atmosphere, all really good stuff. I can see why people love this game. Minecraft! Again, found this on sale at GameStop. Wanted to give it a try for myself. It's Minecraft! Everyone knows Minecraft. It probably got it a lot more expensive than I should have because of the physical, but I don't care. It's Minecraft. This game has made quite the impact on modern culture, let me tell ya. The Switch version, I heard it runs okay, but I don't know. I'll need to try it myself. Mineko's Night Market. This seems like a great little indie game that I want to give a try. It seems adorable. It looks cute. Yeah, you run a little night market, and there's like spirits involved, and I think some like sort of secret service is there too. And you just run a little night market. It's really cute. So as soon as I found out there was a physical, I wanted to give it a try. New Super Lucky Tail. This was originally on the Xbox, I think. I think it was like an Xbox platformer, but it got quickly brought on the Switch. I don't know when this game came out, but it looks cute, and it looks adorable. It looks like a platform that I could easily get into. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I got this cheap. I got this cheap because it was on sale, but it's the physical copy. Yeah, the game's in there. It's all ready to try out. If I want to play as SpongeBob, Ren and Stimpy, Powdered Toaster Man, or Reptar and Korra, I can do that in this game if I want. I certainly can. Nier Automata. I heard not only that this game is very dark and gritty, but also like really fun to play. The Switch version also runs really good. Like this port runs really, really good from what I've heard. It makes me want to really give it a shot. I got it on sale, and one of those games that I wanted to try but never did. Heard fantastic things about it though. Like really, really good things. Night in the Woods. I love this game. I love this game so much. Is it a limited run copy? It is a limited run copy. I adore it. I genuinely adore it. It's one of the first games I ever streamed. I streamed the Steam version, not the Switch version, but I don't know. It's very witty, very somber, very like... It's a game where you play as like May, a cat, and she comes back home from dropping out of college, and she goes back to her hometown, and kind of a slice of life moment where you go through the town and experience it and hang out with your friends. And it's a really nice game that I really, really enjoy. One of my favorite indie games that I really like. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. And also it's got that GameStop sticker on it. My mortal enemy. Again, I've always wanted to try this game. I remember when it first came out, I was envious because this game looked amazing. It has some like Studio Ghibli designs to it. But I didn't own a system that could handle it. Now I do, and I just haven't had a chance to try it. But I will one day. I really want to try this one. It looks cool. Nintendo Switch Sports. You disappointment, you. I remember I liked this game for a bit, especially bowling. I really, really liked bowling a lot with this game. But I don't know. The more I played it, the more time went on, the more it seemed like kind of a letdown. I think they added golf, but at that point, why? Why did you? It doesn't matter. No one's playing this anymore. I kind of want to make a video about how much of a stinker this one actually is. Maybe with the other Mario Sports games, too. Octopath Traveler. Oh, I love the art style of this game so much. I love these 2.5D games. The art design's great, the story's great, the voice acting's great. I remember really getting into it and getting all the characters, and then I had to grind and I just stopped. It's still a fun game, and I still recommend it for RPG fans out there. Especially if you like the second one or Triangle Strategy, give Octopath Traveler a shot. It's a weird name, but a good game. Omori, this game made me cry, man. I play the Steam version, so I had to get a Switch version myself, and I played it and beat the whole game. It had me bawling by the end. It's a psychological horror, so it's a game that, not for the faint of heart, similar to Doki Doki Literature Club, but oh, I love it. Has some RPG elements very similar to and reminiscent to Earthbound, but again, a lot darker, has some dark moments, has some sad moments too, but trust me, if you're into games like that with some psychological horror into it, you're gonna love Omori. I love Omori. Ooblets! This game looks cute, so I wanted to try it, got it at Fangamer, seemed really adorable. You, like, get a bunch of, like, little creatures, and you, like, collect them and make them dance. Seems like a cute game. Always wanted to try it, but just kind of lost it. It kind of arrived a bit too late, so by the time I got it, I kind of just wound up putting it on the shelf. But hey, I definitely want to get back to it. The Outbound Ghost. I heard this game had a lot of trouble, especially with the Switch version. Like, I remember the dev had some issues with it, where the Switch version just straight up doesn't work. So I haven't tried it myself, and I'm sorry the dev had to go through some troubles with it. But I own the collector one here. I owned it completely sealed, just in case, so... Owlboy. I got this on sale. I don't know too much about it. It looks cool. I think it's a platformer of some sort. I could be completely wrong. Has some unique character designs. Not really much to say about it other than it's Owlboy and it looked cool. Pac-Man Repack World. Again, this is a remake of a cool Pac-Man game. I remember when I got it at GameStop, the guy behind the counter would not stop talking about how good it was. He loved this game, so I kind of had to pick it up. I never really played it myself, but it was on sale at the time, and I figured, hey, why not add it to the collection, you know? I definitely could make a video about this. It's Pac-Man! Persona 5 Royal. I need to play you. I really do. I played the original Persona 5 Vanilla, and I'm currently playing Persona 3 Reload right now, but I don't know. Every time I wanted to play Royal, it's such a commitment. And I definitely want to see the changes that are in Royal and do it on the go as well. Pikmin 1 and 2. I was able to play Pikmin 1 on here, or at least the digital version. I got the physical version sealed. I couldn't wait to play Pikmin. And I really liked Pikmin 1 a lot. It's flawed. It's very flawed. But I still really enjoy it a lot and all its quirkiness. I wound up beating it and saving Olimar too, which is nice. Pikmin 2 I never played on here or on my digital Switch, but I did play it years ago, and it's pretty fun. Has some flaws, but the underground caves are really nice, and I really like it a lot. But I definitely need to replay it. I'll be honest, I kind of just wanted to get a physical version of this. This is a game I can buy twice. It's Pikmin, it deserves the sales. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I played this on the Wii U and loved it. And I got the Switch version. So, fun fact, I wound up playing this with my nephew a lot, actually. He really loves Pikmin. He really got into it. He's not that great at it yet, but he still, like, loved the design of the Pikmin. He loved controlling the captains. He loved, like, plucking them. He really got into Pikmin 3 and maybe even the Pikmin franchise. Whenever he comes over, he always wants to play this game. Pikmin 4, my favorite Pikmin in the entire franchise. This game is so good. It's so good. There's so much you can do in it. From raising Pikmin, to exploring the worlds, to going underground in caves and fighting bosses, to the night missions, to like the whole thing with Olimar, the Dandori battles. There is so much you can do in this game. It's one of the best games of 2023 by far. I love it dearly. And if there's any game that you want to introduce yourself with Pikmin, it's this one. Play this game. Play it. Play it. Play it if you haven't. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. What a letdown of a game. This remake really ticked a lot of people off. And I'll be honest, I bought it literally because of views. I bought it to stream. I bought it to do a Nuzlocke for, and I wound up never finishing that Nuzlocke to begin with, but it's a faithful remake of Diamond and Pearl. Not a good one, but it is. They really dropped the ball with this one. I might make a video about it. We're getting all the Pokemon games now. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. This game's pretty cute. Probably the best looking of the mainline Pokemon games, for sure, by a long shot. It's a remake of Gen 1. Really yellow, because you start with Pikachu. Yay! It's fine. I remember getting pretty far in it and then just kind of stopped because I got bored by it. Pikachu just kind of wound up killing everything and kind of made it easy. Still a good game. Still a beautiful game. And I definitely want to give it a shot. It's one of the Pokemon games I want to replay the most. But I don't know. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX. This game's pretty good. I played the DS original years ago, so I wanted to finally get this version, but just haven't had time to play it. Got it at a used game store, and I'm like, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna make a video about it. I love Mystery Dungeon, just you wait, but just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. I really want them to make more Mystery Dungeon games, though, so I want to replay this one. I really want to. The original has a fond place in my heart. Pokemon Shield. I remember Sword and Shield really disappointed me. when I first played it. This was my first real Pokemon disappointment here. There's a lot wrong with Sword and Shield. It's boring. It's got some great things, great music, and the gym battles are amazing. Dynamax Pokemon are pretty fun, even though it's just Pokemon get big. It's just the beginning of it being very rushed and the start of a trend we'll see in the next Pokemon game. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This game is so interesting because on one hand, it is a glitchy polygon mess. It's so many glitches, runs terribly, does not run well at all, even to this day, but it's still really, really fun. I love exploring around the world and catching Pokemon. It's so addicting just to do that and do raid battles with friends and shiny hunt. It's just so much fun. Game Freak has good thing going here. They just need more time in the oven to cook these games. Please. It's a good game. Just give yourself more time, man. Also, that's all my Pokemon games. I don't own a physical of Arceus. I do own it digitally, though. Same with Pokemon Snap. I own that digitally as well, but we're not talking about those. Pocky and Rocky. I heard this was a fun Super Nintendo game. Got this on sale for cheap on Amazon. It was literally like $10. Might as well add it to the collection. I'll play it eventually. Quake. Got this game on Best Buy. It was like a limited run clearance sale. I really know nothing about it. It was just very, very cheap, so I decided to get it. Quake is the groundbreaking original dark fantasy first-person shooter that inspires today's retro styles FPS game. Yeah, that sounds like something I'm comfy with, I'm sure. I'll play it one day, maybe. Who knows? Prince of Persia. Yeah, this game came out pretty recent. I remember people were talking about it for a good week or so. And then other games happened. It got more acknowledgement than Another Code, but I don't know. It just kind of came and went. I haven't played it myself yet. I really, really want to, especially since I want to cover all the games coming out this year. Let me know what you think of this game. Ring Fit Adventure, another game you can only get physically because it comes with the whole ring. Oh my god, I have the ring somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. This game really kicks your butt and gives you the workout you deserve. Like, Wii Fit, you could argue it didn't give you much of a workout. This game makes you sweat. It makes you do exercises, and you fight enemies and bosses to boot. It's really cool. It really does a good job of making you want to work out. But like a lot of workout games, you can lose your momentum and just stop playing, and then you just stop playing the game. Still, though, it's probably the best workout game Nintendo has ever done, and I would not be surprised if they make a sequel for the Switch too. Rune Factory 5. It's a game similar to Harvestella, so when I found it on sale, I definitely wanted to give it a shot. Farm sim meets fantasy setting. I wanted to give it a shot. Maybe I will. Sakura of Rice and Ruin. I remember picking this up at a local game store and people really saying this was a good game. It's a hidden gem on the Switch. I haven't tried it myself yet, but I really, really want to. It looks like a game where you fight mythical monsters and grow rice. It didn't catch a lot of people's eye, but I know a lot of people also say it's a hidden gem, so I definitely want to try it. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn. This game sucks. This game is awful. This is arguably one of the worst games I've ever played. Probably worse than Detective Pikachu. Really bad. It's really boring. I don't like it. I don't like it. This game's not worth getting even as a joke. It's god awful. Shovel Knight. I still haven't beaten this game, but from what I played, I really like it a lot. It's very hard, very Mega Man-like. The music is fantastic. The dialogue is great. You get like all 4 campaigns here too in this cartridge. I definitely want to beat all the campaigns. I just haven't had time to play it. One of these days I gotta make time and play through them all and really, really make a video about it. I really want to. Shin Megami Tensei 5. I got this pretty cheap, and I can't tell if I got the Steelbook version, I think. It's cool. I don't know much about Shin Megami Tensei, but they are making a new version that's coming out soon, so this will technically be basically like Persona 5 when Persona 5 Royal comes out. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe. I don't know. I heard it's harder than Persona. Sid Meier's Civilization Civilization 6. I heard really good things about the Civilization series. I remember watching a lot of people playing it. So when it was on sale, I wanted to give it a shot. I don't know how good it runs on Switch. I definitely want to try that out for my own, but I hear really good things about it. So one of these days, I want to give it a shot. Skull Island, Rise of Kong. I just made a video about this. It's awful. We're moving on. Slime Rancher, Portable Edition. Portable Edition. This game is really cute. I remember seeing it on Steam years ago, and just every time I watch a streamer play it, I'm like, oh, this is really cute. So I got it through Fangamer as a physical, and one of these days, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play these games. It looks so adorable, though. It's just so cute. Look at all the slimes. Your slimes are so cute. Sonic Colors Ultimate. I heard this port of Colors isn't the best, actually. I got it on sale on Best Buy years ago, but I still haven't opened it yet to try it for myself, but I don't know. That's kind of disappointing. It's not that great. I might try it on my own for myself. It's Sonic Colors. It's a little disappointing. It may not be the best. Sonic Frontiers. I wish I gave this game more of a chance. I played the first couple hours of it, and then I kind of got rushed into playing other things and just kind of let this be alone. But I heard really great things about this game. A lot of people really like it. It's not quite Breath of the Wild meets Sonic. It is a Sonic open world game for sure, and there's a lot of cool things. There's a lot of running levels. There's a lot of exploring around, fighting robots. I hear a lot of people say great things about Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Superstars. This game released the same day as Mario Wonder and got completely overshadowed, which sucks because I hear it's a really good 2D Sonic game. Very colorful, very bright, has a lot of cool moves that are different from Sonic games. I hear a lot of good things about it. Spiritfarer. I love this. I played it digitally on and off. Game is very cozy, but I could never finish it. I played it on and off for years digitally, so much so I decided to get a physical version. That's how much I really enjoy it. That's how much it's made an impact on me. It's a game that's very cozy, but also very sad, as it deals with the topic of death and moving on, and you literally play as someone who's escorts souls to move on as they pass on through death. It's a very emotional game, although I can never find myself to finish it, and that could be due to some pacing issues, but this game has a warm spot in my heart. Splatoon 2, baby! Yeah, I love this game. I spent many a time with this game. The multiplayer is still fantastic, even with 3 out now, and it still is very good. Has some great weapons, has some great stuff. Really defined Splatoon as a genre, because it went from the Wii U to this, and a lot of people played this. Had Off the Hook, had Octo expansion, really great stuff, and a really great entry into the Splatoon franchise. And now Splatoon 3, and honestly, it improved so much with Splatoon 2, adding more mechanics, adding more weapons. The single-player campaign is honestly one of the best the series has ever done. And now it has Side Order, which I'm going through right now, and it's already a lot of fun. I love them both. If you have to pick one, I'd say get 3, but I love 2 and 3 for so many reasons. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, another game I own digitally that I decided to get a physical for. I grew up with Spyro. Spyro 2 was the first game I ever played in my life on the PlayStation years ago. And I have a soft spot for the series, so when it was remade, I had to get it. I originally played it on PS4, then got it digitally on Switch, and now I own it physically on Switch too, just in case. The Reignited Trilogy really does a great job of bringing all these games to life, especially the first one. My god, this is the best way to play the first game. 2 is really, really good and does a great job, and 3 is a bit rushed, but still gets the job done. I love the Reignited Trilogy. I love Spyro. Make a new Spyro game, please, and put it on Switch. Star Ocean. I'm not gonna lie, I was intrigued by this game. I really want to get into it, but I just didn't have time. Too many good games came out last year that I just couldn't get into it. But hey, I want to give it a shot. I want to give it a try. Let me know what you think of Star Ocean. Should I give it a shot? The cover looks cool. Stardew Valley. I own so many versions of this game. I own it on Steam. I own it on Switch. And now I own it physically as well. And I have spent way too many hours playing Stardew. I've completed the community center. I've created countless farms. I own a strategy guide somewhere lost in my room. But I can get lost in this game for hours upon hours upon hours. It's a great game where you just farm and raise a farm, raise crops, grow your farm, raise animals, meet a bachelor or bachelorette, and just, again, spend hours upon hours just seeing how you can maximize your profit each and every day. I've made videos about this game, and I'll probably make more videos about this game. I love it so much. Probably one of my favorite indie games of all time. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, a great remake of the GameCube game that I loved back as a kid. I loved Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life as a kid. I played hours upon hours of it. The remake is pretty good, although I'm not gonna lie, it did get dull after a while and I kinda couldn't beat it. But the hours that I played, I really enjoyed. It just kinda got a little bit boring for me. Still a great game if you're into farming sims. Definitely one you'll want to check out, especially if it goes on sale. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. 3 games in 1. And you know what? Glad that these games are on the Switch. Kinda sucks you can't get the cartridge anymore and it's starting to get a bit rare, but I don't know. I'm happy that I own a copy of it. Mario 64, I didn't grow up with, so I can't really get into as much. But Mario Sunshine has a special place in my heart that I just grew up with and I really like a lot. And Galaxy is very whimsical, and while I never beat it, every time I play it, I really enjoy it. I really need to give it a shot again and finally beat this sucker. I can leave Mario 64 alone, though. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I played this with my friend Wash, and we really got into it a lot. We had a lot of fun playing the original Mario 3D World, and then we even played Bowser's Fury together. 3D World on its own is just a lot of fun, very colorful, very creative. You play it as Cat Mario, which is really cute. But Bowser's Fury is a taste of a 3D open world Mario game. And it seems like a bit of a tech demo at points, but also it's really good. It's really fun. And it has the potential of what possibly may be a future 3D Mario. Maybe Nintendo? Come on. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. My favorite 2D Mario of all. Such a good game. The visuals are fantastic. The Wonder Flowers are special, and you never know what you're gonna get until you get it. The music is very upbeat and fun. The character design is great. Charles Martinet isn't voicing Mario, which is sad, but other than that, it's a total breakaway of what you expect in 2D Mario, and I love every second of it. This is a must-have on the Nintendo Switch. No doubt about it. Get this game if you haven't already. Super Mario Maker 2. I know a lot of people kinda didn't get into this game as much as the first one, but I don't know. Making Mario levels still has a nice spot in my heart. There's something about just being able to design your own Mario levels that is really good. Some of the levels can be very frustrating, especially the ones made by you. You know who you are. But I don't know, it's still very fun, and you're still able to do so much with it. I just don't think it was as good as the Wii U one because... well, you don't have the gamepad. This is a game franchise where the gamepad is important. Super Mario Odyssey. This, my friends, is my first Switch game. This, my friends, is a game that I adore. Probably one of my favorite Switch games of all time. Not my absolute favorite, but definitely my favorite Mario game of all time. I love all the open world elements. I love being able to control all different things as Cappy. I love the environment. I love the music. Oh my god, Jump Up Superstar is still a bop 7 years later. I love this game. This game is legit magic. Magic in a Switch game. I need to make a video about this. I could gush and rave about it for hours. And I think I will one day. Super Mario RPG, a game I really adore as well. I played the original last year, and I finished this game last year as well. It's a faithful remake, but is beautiful. I love how they redesigned the characters. I love how the music sounds different. I love what they did with the cutscenes to really make them different and special. I really love the fighting mechanics. I love the fighting meter and the extra boss fights. This is a fantastic remake that really is a great title. You should give it a shot if you haven't already. A great introduction to RPGs. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Quite possibly the best fighting game of all time. Definitely a magnificent fighting game. So many characters you could play as, so many stages, so many things to do. From the story mode to classic mode. Just playing the characters as well. Just unlocking the characters is a journey all in its own. And I love it and adore it. There are over 90 characters you can play as in this game, all ranging throughout different games and even different consoles. I love it very much. It's such a love letter to gaming, and it's a milestone. Everyone is here, as they should be. Sushi Striker. I heard this game was pretty interesting. I don't know if how good it is, but I got it on sale, and I figured I might as well try it on a rainy day. I have a lot of rainy days I need to try things. Tales of Symphonia Remastered. I heard that this port wasn't the greatest, that it had some glitches to it, but I don't know. I heard a lot of great things about the Tales of series, and the fact that this was coming to Switch, I wanted to pick it up and give it a shot for myself. Now, did I? No, but still. The remake is made by Bandai Namco. I think they fixed a lot of the stuff that was wrong with it before. I want to give it a shot in the future. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. It has quite a decent amount of Turtles games on here, which is really, really great. I didn't get a chance to play this, but my nephews did. They really like the Turtles and all their games and stuff, and I think they really liked it a lot. So I want to try it for myself too. Trials of Mana. I got this game on sale. It seems like a great sequel to the Secret of Mana series. I don't know if it holds up or not. I want to try it on my own. Looks pretty cool. Tunic. Got this physical on Fangamer. Heard a lot of great things about it. Heard it was heavily inspired by Zelda. Kind of don't want to open it because of how good it looks. I love how the back kind of looks like the back of a Zelda box on the NES. But hey, if you're looking for a 2D Zelda that isn't quite Zelda, I heard Tunic really fits the bill. I want to give it a shot. Undertale. I love this game. This game is so important to me. It's such a fantastic indie game with great characters, great story, some of the funniest lines I've ever seen in gaming, and some decent gameplay to boot. It's not perfect, but the dialogue and the story is where this game shines. It has a special place in my heart, and I love Papyrus especially. I even own a Sans hoodie. We love Katamari Reroll. I really wanted to get into the Katamari series, but just, I don't know. I wanted to get into this. I got it on sale. I saw the physical. It just kind of slipped my mind. I just rolled past me, if you will. But I heard it's a fun game, very wacky, very crazy, colorful visuals. I definitely would be up your alley if you're looking for trippy games, for sure. The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Not only is this a fantastic game made by CD Projekt Red, but I heard the Switch version really runs well. They did a great job of putting this on the portable console. So that's why I wanted to get this special version. And I guess it's like a special Game of the Year version. I don't know. It's in like a little packaging, which is different that I'm surprised I was able to get at a retro game store. It's one of those games I've always wanted to try, but it seemed very intimidating with all the side quests and all the things you could do in an open world. But it's definitely on my list for sure. I want to be a Witcher and just explore and do whatever I can to my heart's content, you know? Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I know this game gets a lot of flack. The tutorials are very rough. The story doesn't pick up until like later, according to some. And the voice acting isn't the greatest, but if you're able to get past it and you're able to get a decent amount into the game, I promise you're going to love this. It's all the stuff you love in a Xenoblade game, exploring the world, collecting items, doing side quests, fighting monsters, raising monsters as your weapons in this game. The fact that you can use blades is a whole crazy mechanic of its own. I really like it a lot, and I think it's underrated. Is it perfect? No, it's got a lot of issues with it, but I still really love it a lot. But Xenoblade 3 exists, and that is my favorite Switch game of all time. I love it dearly. There is so much to do in this game. Again, all you expect from Xenoblade. Exploring the world to your heart's content. Fighting monsters. Doing side quest after side quest, liberating the world of Ionios. It's dark. The story's really good. The DLC is great. The DLC in both of these games are fantastic. You really should experience it yourself and play these Xenoblade games. I know it's a commitment. I know. But trust me when I say these games do so much good and are so fantastic. Monolith Soft outdoes themselves every time they make a Xenoblade game, and this one is no exception. Yoshi's Crafted World. I got this because it was on sale. I want to give it a try. I heard it's not as good as Woolly World, but it's a cute Yarn Yoshi game where you play as Yarn Yoshi and you platform. So it's still gonna be good. It's still gonna be fun, at least. I want to give it a shot and see if it's good on my own. YouTuber's Life 2. I'm a YouTuber. I have a life. Yeah, this was a meme buy. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I might make a video about it to get as meta as possible, but who knows? I kind of got it just because it seemed funny. YS9? Packed Edition? I think this game is called. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was at a retro game store and I went to the guy behind the counter and it was like, yo, are there any Switch games that no one talks about that are really, really good? And they gave me a copy of this and were like, buy it now. Didn't get a chance to play it on my own, but there is YS10 coming out this year, so it might give me a reason to try this out for myself. And finally, the last game on my Switch collection, Zombie Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. This was one of the games that was on sale for a limited run. I heard Zombie Ate My Neighbors is pretty fun SNES game. Not sure about Ghoul Patrol, but hey, came with the game, so why not? I wonder if the neighbors were tasty to zombies. And that is my Nintendo Switch game physical collection. It's by no means the biggest, but it's mine, and I'm proud of it. Collecting these games, even if I don't get a chance to play them, has always been really fun for me. And if I'm being honest, I'm gonna keep collecting these games until the new system comes out. And when that happens, I'll collect games for that too. I like collecting games. Game collecting has become a big passion of mine. And especially for the Switch, you're able to find games you never would have heard of before. Maybe never even would have tried before. There's so many. I always love going to the store just to see what weird ones I could find. And you know what? I'm proud of my collection today. Happy birthday, Nintendo Switch. Here's to an amazing 7 years with equally amazing games. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to pick up all those Switch games and organize them again. Great.
So, when doing this video, I just wound up throwing all the Switch games on my bed, and now I have to organize this all again. Motherfucker.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. It really means a lot to me. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment as well. Special thanks to all these people here who helped out with the video. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Also, special thanks to my patrons on Patreon, including Mantelferox and Savacom. Your support makes these videos possible, and if you also would like to support the Patreon, link is in the description below, along with my Twitch and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good night!